how to have a healthy argument.
We all go, in any healthy relationship, I think we always will go through times of disagreement because we're two individuals living in the same space.
And we're still learning and growing with each other.
I mean, I've been married for 25 years and I'm still learning and I'm still growing because every time there's change in your relationship, whether it's a new house,
Yes.
A new baby, a new job, that brings about change and change brings about stress.
Right.
And so
that's a trigger for sometimes for the argument.
Yes, because we're comfortable with the people closest to us, and so we're the most relaxed, and then that's when you sometimes will say things or you feel more free to say things, and you can sometimes take out your frustration unfairly on the person that's closest to you. And so how do we do it well? I think things like just sometimes being prepared to close your mouth. And that's a hard thing for me. Actually allowing the other person to speak. And this is mutual. So both of you have to be practicing this, but allowing the other person to name their hurt. Listening well, not giving excuses all the time for why you made a decision or did something.
Right. But I feel like sometimes you need a bit of clarification.
Yes, but I think that comes after the listening, when each person has a turn to speak. I think some of these rules you need to give beforehand, before an argument. Say, when we are disagreeing, we need to allow each other to talk. Right. Then there's also no-go zones. When you know someone intimately, you know the deepest things about them, and those are the no-go zones. You don't bring up things that are personal, that the person's been vulnerable with you about. Right. Some of their deepest hurts, you don't use those because you can deeply wound somebody, and that's not fighting fair. Yeah. And so it's really trying to reach out, find mutual places of agreement. That things like, I'm not the enemy, you're not the enemy. What is our mutual ground, our common ground? What are we trying to both achieve out of this? Compassion and kindness is actually something both of you will eventually be reaching out to or reaching out for. And then a good rule that I learned early on was don't go to bed angry.
That's so hard.
I know it's hard, and I'm not pretending that I get this right all the time. That was a no-go for my husband. He said, "You are not sleeping in another room." This was early on, and it was like, I want to show you, I'm angry. But it's not that you have to really make up completely or resolve everything by the end of the night, but just agree to bring it up tomorrow, and give yourself a time.
Don't carry on the argument till tomorrow.
Yes.
Which just happens sometimes.
Yes.
It could happen.
And I think also overbalancing in the good times. So doing lots of fun stuff together, connecting well together, doing loving things together. I think that's important with balancing when things have gone wrong.
Thank you so much, Collett. And I think there's a great message there, and that's just to keep a positive note throughout our arguments as best as you can. I hope that's helped you. Thanks for keeping it locked right here at Mums at the Table.